Okay, well, hello, welcome to Spacey Girl Crafts. I think
She
that's
already forgot the name.
hence Spacey. I'm Sarah,
And I'm Sarah.
no relation.
No.
And we are excited to get started with you.
Yes. So I'm String Theory Yarn Shop.
And I'm Snyders of Crafting, which is a Etsy page, and on Facebook and Instagram you can request custom made designs.
So we do knitting, we do crocheting. I'm primarily the crocheter. She
I do
knits,
knitting,
but we also do sewing and
all that fun stuff.
all hot gluing and
Yeah.
good. So
we're,
this is our first podcast.
Yeah, we're in New Jersey, in Absecon, which is a little sleepy town right outside of Atlantic City.
In Atlantic County.
Yes.
We are the only yarn store in Atlantic County, so that is something I can brag about. It's very cool. So this past week we had New Jersey Wool Walk.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. A few days were a bit hectic, which was fantastic. I loved having everybody in the shop, seeing all these new faces, and just getting to see what they liked and what they gravitated towards.
Getting to hear about all the projects too is fun.
Yes.
I have a list of new ideas now that I want to make.
Which is always good. Now,
We are right off a main thoroughfare, so you might occasionally hear a fire truck or an ambulance, but no worries, we are definitely okay.
yes. So let's see. So I have to give a shout out to my son, Eli, who set this whole thing up. He said that we needed these mics. We're going to try them out and see how they go. He said that might even cut down on any background noise, which is wonderful. And then he wrote me a little list of things that we're gonna do. So yeah, I can't read his handwriting.
That's okay.
It's awesome. All right. So
Also want to thank Eli for helping us out during the wool walk. He was, him and your sister-in-law,
Trish,
your other sister-in-law,
Jen, and my niece Mickey,
Yeah.
and her friend Alec, and then we had our guests.
Yes.
So on Sunday, Hope from Hope Made Yarn Co. was here, and Kayla from Little Loopy, and that was a blast.
It was wonderful to get to know, well, we know Hope for a bit, but it was wonderful to get to know Kayla as well. And she's out of Pennsylvania, so that was fun.
Yes, she's up near
Hershey, yeah.
So yeah, that was a good time. And then I guess I wanted to. Well, we can do what everybody else does and go into the what are you wearing. So you're.
I'm wearing a nice Target design. No,
I have the by Tin Can Knits, the Love Note, and it's made in Hope Made Co.'s Splendid DK and Nevermore. It's very dark because I'm always in black. And I actually have Keisha from Simply Vintage Design. I have her earrings in there, so shout out to them because they have been a great help to me.
Oh, good.
And they're just wonderful girls.
Yeah, I am coming from a high school. I work full-time in a high school, so I didn't have time to put anything knit on. So next episode I will make a point of doing that. But I am working on my toe up 2 at a time socks. I'll show them off. They're in this lovely variegated purple shade from Jupiter Moon Farms, and they are almost done. So they're going to be a lovely present for my mom. She already knows they're coming, so I'm not worried about spoiling it.
Good. And that's one of our classes. So we have our third and final class of that. It was a set of 3. The toe, because we're doing toe up, and how to cast on for that. We used
Judy's Magic Cast On, which was so much fun to learn.
Yes, you have to do it a few times before you really get into it, and then it becomes nice and easy.
Yeah.
And then our second was how to do the heel flap and the turn, and our last will be...
We're going to do Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off, and then they're going to enjoy their socks. So it's been a labor of love. If you've never used Magic Loop before, you definitely need a long cord, and you turn every time. So your yarn does typically get a little messy, but
it's easy to untangle though.
That's true.
Like, so you can see mine's a bit messy here, but if you just nicely work
unwrap your socks a little bit.
Yeah, unwrap, and then there we go. And then you just untwist.
And these are out of Hope's.
This is Hope's first seasonal sock set. it was Rhineback FOMO. And then
Oh, I moved them down here to make
they're down
room.
there.
But I got it.
I sold out of stick season. It's all gone. No more of that.
But these are her spring ones, and we absolutely love them.
Yes, I can't wait to make those.
So,
And that's
what is this?
April showers bring May flowers.
Mayflowers, yes, and it's out of JoJo's favorite sock set. And she gives you a 70-gram hank and a 20-gram mini, so you can mix and match your toe, your heel, your cuff, however you want to do it.
Yeah. So that's always fun. And then I do have one other what I'm working on. I mean, I have one with me.
Yes, I think we're both working on several right now.
So, which kind of leads into, I guess, well, it's my yarn. So I dyed a bit for the wool walk since I didn't have a proper trunk show. The girls were only here on Sunday, so I thought, well, I'll be my own trunk show. Because this is my first year in the wool walk. I've only been open for 6 months.
Yeah, since November, and the amount of traffic we got for such a new yarn shop, I think, was great.
Yes. And this is, so here it is. It's pretty. This is done in Nevermore, and right now this is a one pot. It's a blue and red. It's variegated. I might try and recreate it. It's very, very dark in the picture, so I don't know if you can see any of it. But
But I do want to give you props, though, because for a first-time shop owner and a first-time dyer, your yarns are going like crazy.
They went pretty quick. There's a couple that sold out.
I love that it's unique because they're all themed after music.
Yes.
So depending on the size you get, whether it is fingering, whether it is DK, worsted, it's all a different instrument.
Yes.
Whether it's drums, bass guitar. Our minis are called bongos. I love that.
And then the DK minis are cymbals. So on drums, a couple that I do have, which is
drums as well.
90% extra fine superwash merino with 10% nylon. Fingering weight, I've got Betty Jean's picks. This is Blue Bayou. And then I've got Strawberry Fields.
And this one is one of my favorites.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. It's very kaleidoscopy, so crazy with the colors. No two hanks are the same. And then I have, what do I have here? I have Strawberry Fields. Again, this is on guitar. So it's a worsted weight.
And this is base, which is your DK weight.
Yes, and this is I Just Saw a Face.
I don't know if you could see the purple and the teal. Is it teal?
I'd say it's a teal. Yeah.
I just think it goes great together. This would make a really cute Sophie scarf too.
Yes, it would.
So
that one, this is the only one I have left.
Okay.
They sold out.
Yeah, that one went quick.
And then this is another guitar. This is Tangled Up in Blue. I have a lot of blues because I did one and just made up one batch and everyone went gaga over it. They all wanted more. So I was trying to recreate it. It's a no-go right now. So now I have all these other blues.
It's okay. Do
Yes.
you want to talk about the name of your yarn?
Oh,
like
yes.
what you named the company?
So it's Supple Yarn. This is a family name. It's my middle name. Unfortunately, I don't have anything cute like Tiffany or, Beth or.
I think it's perfect for a yarn store.
Yes. I looked it up. The Cambridge Dictionary has it translated from Polish to be to knit, to knot, or kink string.
So I think it's just perfect.
It is. So it was like that was just a happy coincidence, really.
Absolutely.
So here, let me put those down there.
Yeah.
We go through that.
We talked about Hope Socks.
Yes. And then I wanted to let everybody know I have a couple more skeins of her hot seller to Boldly Go, and it fits in well for us. It's one of my favorites, Spacey Space. Yeah.
Yes.
And
I think you've made socks out of them.
Yes.
You've put them in the tank top, which everybody loves.
This was a huge hit for the wool walk. It is a crocheted tank top. I can't remember. Where did I put my phone? It's right there.
Yeah. It's out of To Boldly Go, Deborah Swell, and what's the other one? It's Blueberry Picking?
Blueberry Picking.
Yeah.
So, but I do have the name.
It's the Slide Tank.
The Slide Tank Top by, let's see if I can find it.
That I can't remember.
It's in my Ravelry. And I don't know if I'll be able to say her name
properly.
Yeah.
Well, while she's looking that up, I love that we have a crocheted example of what you can do in Hope's yarn, because it goes to show you don't need to get just acrylic yarn to crochet with. You can make crochet out of anything, and we even have some of the amigurumi yarn and Anne's cotton, which is fingering weight, that you can easily crochet with. Oh, Linda Skuja?
It's SKUJA. Yeah, the slide tank top. I did modify it. I took out the 2 center panels because I'm very short, and everybody was saying how long it came out, and I was like, well, I don't want to dress. So
at least not the first go around.
No. So I put in just a straight band to section off those other pieces, done in all short rows. And by short rows meaning you double crochet, then you half double crochet, then you single crochet, and then you slip and turn.
And it's super easy to follow.
It is.
And then I think if you were to have done the waist like in a smaller hook, like 1 hook size down, it can give you that nice like snatched waist if you're an hourglass shape.
Yes.
So it's not a bad, and it's easy to crochet. I think I made mine in
just a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just sit there and you just keep going.
Because once you get the repeats down, you're just like, oh, that's it. But her pattern is like 17 pages long. She's got tutorials. It's written out.
Fully illustrated. It's super easy. So if you're a novice crocheter, like if you're brand new to it, as long as you know half double crochet, double, and a single crochet, you're good to do it.
Yes.
I want to call it, so you're good to knit it, but you're not knitting.
No,
you're
it's crocheting. Big difference.
Yes.
We've got some classes coming up.
We do. Yeah. May is going to be exciting for a couple different things. We've got a Sophie Scarf class. It's a 2-part class. It's going to be May 7th, and then 2 weeks later, the 21st.
Yes, and that is by... Is it Petite Knit?
Yes, Petite Knits. Oops. And I am designing a arm warmer as well as a fingerless mitt for May 15th. We're doing an intro to colorwork class for knitters. That's going to be super exciting. Do we have any crochet classes this month?
We don't have any. No.
Just our sip and stitch. So if you are in the area or on your way to the shore, whether it's Atlantic City, Ocean City, somewhere on the Atlantic coast of New Jersey, we are doing a sip and stitch May 17th. And you can come and bring the beverage of your choice. We are going to have coaster kits for sale. I think Sarah's working on a knitted one.
No, I'm crocheted one.
I'm doing the knitted one. She's doing one of the Sarahs
yes.
is doing the knitted one.
And the theme will be a flower of some sort. I don't know if it'll be a sunflower or maybe the crocheted one will be a sunflower and the knitted one will be
something else.
Yeah.
But there will be something for either crafter.
Yes.
Or you can just bring whatever you're working on. We don't mind at all. Some of the girls did that last time too.
And you can bring a Coke, you can bring a water, you can bring something spicy. Yeah. No difference to us.
If you are bringing something spicy, and by spicy we mean adult friendly, please make sure that you are being responsible. We do not condone drinking and driving.
No, and are of age.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we definitely do not condone underage at all.
So we do have a couple new things in the shop.
Yeah, I mentioned the Anne. We've got a couple of that.
We've got some minis. Oops. I kicked the table.
Look
at how cute they are.
These, because you can pair these easily for color work. They are 71 yards or 65 meters each, and this whole thing is less than $3.
Yes.
So you can pair it easily. It's fingering weight cotton, but it's so soft you don't have to pair it with cotton.
Now I misclicked, and the dark blue is actually Clea. So there's one, and that one is like a bedspread weight. So that is like
a little thicker?
No, thinner, like lace.
Thinner. Okay.
But if you hold two double, it still equates
to an Anne.
To an Anne.
Okay.
So it would still work, but you would need two.
Right.
So there's that, and then we got these wonderful our mic stands.
Yes, are kind of put into the jewel spun. I feel like we can't keep jewel spun in the store.
No. It is 100% acrylic, but it is a dream to work with. It's super soft.
And you get, how many yards do we get out?
You get like 546 yards out of one ball. And I do have something in the back. Let me grab it and I'll show you how it stripes.
Oh, she's working on the bookworm cardigan, and it is coming out beautifully. Definitely when I saw this, she's crocheting it, when I saw her work in progress, I needed to add that to my list.
So this is one of the ones I'm going to be reordering. It's out of stock, but this here, you can see, it's right now it looks like a vest.
But all of this is only 2 balls.
2 balls. The third ball will be the
bottom of it, right?
the sleeves.
Oh, the sleeves. Okay.
I have 1 pocket done.
Okay.
So I need another pocket and the ribbing.
Are you gonna add a hood too?
I don't know. It depends on how much yarn I have left and how many people buy it again, because it took me 4 months before I could get any, because everybody kept buying it.
Yes.
So
that was our big wool walk seller. Sidar, we have out of Sidar as well. We have their baby DK, the baby blossom DK,
yes,
and the baby chunky as well, which the chunky that we have has like a flower motif, so as you're knitting and crocheting it, these flowers come up. It's beautiful. What else do we have?
We have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You have to come in and peruse and squish all the yarns.
I know we told people Little Loopy was only here for the wool walk, but you are starting to wholesale them.
And I do have her lovely minis. I have this lovely bright set. Where are her names?
On
You
the
Glow
side.
Girl. You Glow Girl. So
That just reminds me of like a 1980s roller skating vibe.
absolutely, absolutely. And it's 87 yards per mini.
And you get 5 of them in a pack.
Yes. And then we have Snowflake Dreams. And it's got a little bit of a sparkle.
Yes, the white one definitely has sparkle. We also have Autumn Slumber, which
do
and
we?
Frost.
Autumn Slumber, which is great. I mean, I love this.
Yes.
This reminds me of definitely fall leaves
Yes,
and
absolutely. And Frosted Berries, is that Frosted Berries?
Fae Gathering.
Fae Gathering.
Fae Gathering
Okay.
for the
And she's
fairies.
wonderful. Once we start getting more of her stuff in the shop, she was a music teacher, and then Kayla was also a school counselor,
Yep.
which that's what I do in my full-time non-knitting and crocheting job. I'm also a school counselor, which, yay, we need more mental health professionals in the world. But she themes all of her yarn to musicals.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
That I love it because I love music, so
Absolutely.
obviously.
And I know, like, I'm gonna be working on, I'm designing a dress out of one of her colorways. Is it's called Ex-Wives by the Musical Six, and it's this beautiful purple and gold. It kind of looks like the playbill, and I'm gonna be designing a dress out of it. So stay
Can't
tuned. Later on, probably over the summer, I'll have a work in progress picture.
And then I just wanted to, I know we already did classes, but I wanted to show, this was another big one for the Wool Walk, that people completely bought out all of the yarn. Because if you buy the yarn, you get the pattern, which is my design.
You designed it, right? Yeah.
I designed this. This is the full bag. It is a lovely drawstring bag, and it just holds a project, your wallet, whatever you need. Basically, it's a nice
And then
bag.
the pattern comes with
A
like
little mini.
Yes, a mini as well. But I think you can add like straps.
You can crochet straps. That's right.
This is all crocheted.
Yes, this was the second bag I had made to go over the project, and I got lazy and didn't add the straps.
It
on.
happens. She
So-
got second sock syndrome on her bag.
Yes. But I did do up the mini, which is super cute, and it's just big enough to have like your ID, maybe a couple of bills.
Which I think, especially if you are going to sports games, like I know the Phillies arena, you can only have this like itty bitty thing.
Yeah.
That's perfect, and you can add a strap to it for your wrist,
Right.
so you don't have to have one of those big clear bags and everybody sees what you're carrying, and that's a pain because that's how credit card numbers get stolen, and we hate that.
Yes. And then I do have a new bag. Well, I have some.
We have
hold on.
several new bags. 'cause
Yes. Let me see. So, the very first bag I brought in, handmade. by a good friend of ours. It's Luann. It's Beach Girl bags. So she has these cute zipper pouches, comes with a handle and everything, and it's perfect for a project. And it's you wouldn't believe how much yarn.
Oh, that you can fit in that.
Yes.
Yeah. You would think, like, looking at it, you can only fit like a sock set or something, but no, you can fit a lot more.
Like, I could stuff a sweater in there.
Yeah. Or definitely the tank top you can fit in there.
And then she has
the bigger one, the drawstrings.
The bigger one, the drawstring. This is my favorite. If nobody snatches this up, eventually I'm going to snatch it, because I used to live in Arizona and I love cacti. But it's really fun. And then the drawstrings become their own handle, of course. So that's awesome. I still have a few of these, a couple different themes, and I know she's making some.
And if she has a specific bag or fabric, I mean, I'm sure we can do custom if she has.
Yeah, if she has.
We could see what she's got, maybe put it on the Facebook.
Yes.
That's right. We're both on Facebook.
Yes.
I feel like we're all over the place.
We are all over the place. It is our first podcast, so excuse the...
Yeah, but hence, Spacey Girl Crafts, because we tend to be a little out there.
Yes. The thoughts just fly by. And then, while we're on the subject of bags, we got these, and this is Happy Planet bags.
Perfect for Earth Day or Earth Week, as we've been celebrating all week since we got them in.
It is made from clean, repurposed fabrics, painter drop cloths, upholstery samples, sheets, linens, tablecloths, curtains, shirts, clothing, uniforms, ties. But it is an awesome project bucket bag. And, I mean, you can see there's a pocket every 2 seconds.
Yeah. And I like that we have this one. So these ones, obviously to us, because we've seen them, but are made out of pants, because I don't know if you can see them. They got a little pants pocket right here.
Up closer.
Little pants pocket. I don't know if you can see. This one's a little dark.
It is dark.
But I think that's so cool that you can take repurposed stuff, and, we're all about sustainable fashion, sustainable uses.
Yes.
So this is perfect. And I know I snatched one up right away, and all 6 skeins that I bought from Little Loopy fit in there, plus I have room for more.
Yes. So that's fantastic. I need to have one of them too. So,
I'm trying to think, like, what else do we have going on?
So we did the Sophie scarf class coming up.
Yes.
We've got the Sip and Stitch coming up. We also have the Mystery Crochet and Knit Along.
Yes, our block of the month.
So we've done 2 so far. It's a mystery block because you don't know what you're making until you get here. This month, though, we did shout out a clue. It is going to be two colors.
This is our first one with 2 colors.
And I don't even know what the block is this month because Sarah is designing both.
Yeah, I'm going to write up the knitting and crochet pattern. And when you take the class with us, you get the pattern for both knitting and crochet. So if you want to sit at the table, maybe you are not as good as knitting or vice versa, and that's the one you want to do with us and take the other one home, that's perfectly fine with us.
Because I know some of the girls are doing, because a lot of people do both. So some of them are doing a mirrored Afghan.
Oh, yes. I can't wait to see it.
So one will be all the crochet blocks and the other side will be all the knits. Some are mixing and matching.
I think somebody's making a cardigan out of it.
And then a couple of the girls said they're also doing washcloths.
Oh, yeah, for like gifts and stuff,
so
which is
each
great.
block will be a different washcloth, and then they'll put them together as a gift.
Yes.
So that's fun. But yeah, you can do anything with the blocks. You get to pick the material, you get to pick what colors,
what size needle or hook you want to use. So some of us are using fingering weight, some of us are using DK or chunky. So it really depends on what your end goal is. And we make blocks, right? So I think the ones I've been making are about 8 to 10 inches each, just to keep them square. But we make the pattern so if you want to make it bigger or smaller, it's easily modifiable.
Right. So we'll write down that it's a multiple of
4 or 8 or however many.
And then you can chain as many as you want or cast on as many as you want and go from there and make your block 8 feet tall if you want by 8 feet wide. But
like if you love the 2-color pattern that's coming out and you want a whole blanket out of that, we can help you figure out, how big to make it.
Yes.
And it's always a good time. typically our classes are about an hour to an hour and a half, but with the women that have become our regulars, we just laugh and have a good time.
Exactly. And then I have to kick everybody else out. Like, just get out at the end.
I mean, we forget that we have to actually go home.
It's usually when my husband calls and tells me that dinner's done. So, yeah.
Either yours or mine.
Yeah. That's funny. So, we did have some giveaways.
Oh, yes, with the wool walk.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
So, our first one, it was guess the weight in grams.
Of all of our odds and ends. So, our lovely customers donated all of their scrap yarn or odds and ends, you know, like when you're weaving in your ends. And we have them so it's all different weights, all different colors. And we had people pick it up, guess, squish, do all the things. They could do anything they want with it except put it on a scale.
Right.
And the jar did not count.
It was Price is Right rules.
Yes.
I kept saying Shop Right rules.
It's definitely not Shop. I wish it was Shop Right. Like if we could be like, okay, I found this cheaper.
Yes.
Can you give it to me cheaper?
No.
But Shop Right doesn't do that.
Closest without going over.
Yes. We had one winner who got super close.
Super close.
Do you want to say how many grams
it was? Actually 234 grams.
So just a little over 2 hanks of yarn.
Yes.
And one woman got it, Carolyn. She didn't put her last name on there, and I'm not going to put her last name out there. So Carolyn, if you're watching, you guessed 200 grams. You were the closest without going over. So we'll give you a call, and you have won a $50 gift card to our store. So yay. Thank you. And thank you to everyone who participated. All the money went to the food bank. The Food Bank of New Jersey. Is there a specific one?
They just said the local
food bank.
So there's one here in Egg Harbor Township.
Okay.
So I will be donating all of that money that everybody put in extra for, along with our raffle tickets if they bought extra, and then the dollars from the passports.
Yes. So if you're new to the New Jersey Wool Walk or don't really know what it is, every year towards the end of April, it's been going on for over a decade now.
Yes.
The yarn stores in New Jersey get together and put on what's called a wool walk. It's basically a pub crawl for yarn stores. And this year 22 stores participated, and we were the new kids on the block, so we were super excited to have everyone in the store. And the money for buying the passport goes to the food bank, and you get to go around to all 22 stores. It's a statewide thing. We were the furthest south, but it even goes far up to Northvale and west out to Haddonfield,
up to like Trenton, Princeton, area, like the whole state.
The whole state participates, and you get like a
passport.
We call it a stamp, but it's really a letter. Each store got a letter, and it's spelled out. What was it this year?
Yarn is our love language.
Which, how could it not be?
Yes. And then, so just for doing that, just you buy your passport. It's $6. And just for having the passport, you can partake in any sales, because every store has
sales,
tons of sales, and we have door prizes and giveaways. And
yes, we were yelling at people to pick a chicken when the alarm went off. I think we scared a couple of people, but it was very fun.
There's no other way to say pick a chicken.
It was very fun though.
Oh
my gosh. We had our lovely Stockton kids made us some crocheted chickens, and we had them on sticks with numbers attached. So if you were the lucky winner, you got to pick a number, and that prize correlated to that number.
Right. So that was pretty cool. And then
we had a big gift.
A
big raffle.
So we had our local liquor store / coffee place / market. They're a huge store.
White Horse Wine and Spirits off the White Horse Pike in Absecon. Alcohol is not included.
No.
Sorry.
They donated this to us. There's a sweatshirt, there's a hat, there's a wine glass, a
smoked cocktail kit, which if you do win it, just be careful. It does come with a blowtorch.
Yes.
And a shaker. There's a shaker in there.
There's a wine opener.
This whole big bucket, too.
Oh, and chocolate covered pretzels.
Which are so good. Everything I've gotten from White Horse, whether it is alcohol or non-alcohol, has been delicious.
Yes.
They
have, it's funny, they have like a
little market.
Yeah, like where you can sit and get a sandwich and eat your lunch.
Like a cafe,
yes.
yeah.
And then they just opened Lola's next door, and that's a coffee shop, and you can get pastries. They have beignets.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They're so good.
Oh my gosh. But in addition to this, we have a yarn gift. Now it's 2 cellophane wrapped baskets, but they both go together.
Yes.
And this has some yarn dyed by Sarah.
Yes. It also has some trinkets in there, some stitch markers, some from Twice Sheared Sheep, some from Floops. I threw in some stickers because stickers are fun.
And then you have barber cord in there.
Mm-hmm. So,
which still terrifies me. I was thinking about it earlier today.
You need to try it.
I know.
You do. I have barber cord in the shop that I sourced myself, so it's my label for String Theory, and it is a wonderful tool.
So for those of you that don't know what barber cord is, it's primarily used in knitting, right? Like,
yes, you would never use it in crochet. There's no point.
So I don't see a need for it.
No, but the cord it's a hollow silicone tube, and it slips over the tip of your needles, and you can pull it right through. So you pull your needle out if you're doing a circular sleeves.
So like, for example, if you're working on a sweater, like a top-down sweater, and you want to try it on, you can put the barber cord on your needles and then slip the stitches off your needles to the barber cord, and it's like 60 inches long, so 5 feet around.
Yeah.
And you can try it on the sweater and not lose any of your stitches.
Exactly. And then it only takes a minute. You pop the barber cord back on the needles, slip it right back through.
Or instead of using waste yarn for your sleeves, you can put a smaller barber cord on the sleeves.
Mm-hmm. And you can tie it in a knot, and then it doesn't, it's pretty cool. I love it. I use it pretty much on every project that I need to use my needles.
Ooh, but let's pick our winner.
Yes.
So everybody who walked in the door with a passport got a raffle ticket for free. It was part of the Wool Walk experience, and the first one that you get for free went into this coffee can, and we are going to pick our winner of our big prize. So. All right, and who is our lucky winner?
Pam Golding.
Pam! All right, so Pam, if you're watching, yay, congratulations.
If not, we'll call you.
Yes, we'll also give you a call. I'm going to put this one back in the jar so you don't get the prizes mixed up.
No, well, plus that has the number written on it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh,
200.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so I don't even need to do that. This is why I need a second Sarah.
Yes. We all need a second Sarah.
Oh my goodness.
So wow, it's only been 30 minutes.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But it's been 30 minutes. I was thinking like our first podcast we were going to run out of stuff to talk about after 10. No. So.
Let's make sure.
I don't know. I'm a little spacey right now. Well, a little extra spacey right now. I just got off of spring break, which was my whole Wool Walk. The Wool Walk was my whole spring break.
Yes, exactly.
Which I was so happy to participate because I was like, I'm either going to knit at home or I'm going to knit here. Yeah. So I knitted here. And then I'm extra spacey because my husband's at home right now going, what do you want to do? Because tomorrow's my birthday. So
happy birthday.
Yay. 21 plus. I won't say the actual age.
So wait, no. It's 12. It's your 12th anniversary of your 21st birthday.
Is it?
Or is it the 11th?
No, 12th.
12th
anniversary of my 21st birthday.
Yes.
So, and we've got some friends coming in. So it's an extra spacey time for me right now.
Yes. I'm just tired.
Yeah. I don't know how she does it. There's some days she's like, oh, I got up at 2 o'clock in the morning and just stayed up. And I'm going, I went to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. So
see, I'm a morning person.
I am not.
So I typically fall asleep between like 9 and 10. And then I'm up for no reason in the middle of the night. I mean, there was a storm.
Okay, so
I'm thinking it woke me up, and then where I dye my yarn, I have a tent, and it's right outside my bedroom. And we had the windows open because it's been so nice here.
Oh gosh, it's been beautiful.
So all I heard was the rain hitting that, and then it going flap, 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 flap in the wind. So I'm like, okay, I'm up, whatever.
See, if it wasn't for the fact that I work in a high school and I have to be at work at 7:30 in the morning every day, I wouldn't get up till 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I am so not a morning person.
What else people talk about? Different things that they're watching or books that they're reading, things like that.
Okay.
Or if they've bought anything recently, I've seen a couple people do that, like what they scored at different places. Of course, I bought some stuff.
I can say that I spent all 5 days of the Wool Walk here, and I left here with yarn every day.
I tried to cut her off. She didn't.
I am an adult with adult decision with adult money who can make adult decisions.
Yes.
I shouldn't, but I can.
So I bought one pot from Hope.
Oh, this is one of the things I also bought.
Yes, I scored 2. She only got 1.
That's okay. I only needed one.
This is true. And then,
and if you needed the third one, I wasn't gonna buy it.
No, I don't need any of it. I own a yarn store. But
okay, just like books though,
yes,
buying yarn and using yarn and buying books and reading books,
2 separate things.
Totally different hobbies.
Yes. So, and then I got from Little Loopy, it's her Pretty in Peacock. So, okay. I don't know why, but these two, to me, they're similar.
Yes.
And they just go together.
But they're different enough that they won't wash each other out.
Exactly. And then I was trying to pair them with something else, something bright and fun, but I couldn't find anything.
See, I'm like, I had my eye on Little Loopy's Hadestown. It was like this lovely red and gray, and I'm kicking myself now that I didn't buy it. But I was just thinking, what should I have paired it with? But I already cleaned her out of 6, ex-wives from 6, and another purple color for my dress. And then I bought the one pot from Hope. I bought To Boldly Go, which we showed you earlier, and Blueberry Picking. So I'm going to make this tank top out of those 3. And then instead of the Deborah Swell, which you did for the band and the stripes, I think, I don't know how I'm going to organize it yet.
Yeah.
But
oh, I did find another color if anybody wants. I have tried to sell people on different colors for this tank top. And I saw this earlier when I was putting away her yarn.
Ooh,
Mossy and Garden Party.
And we haven't had Mossy before.
We haven't, and I only have one right now. She's dyeing up some more for me. But for up to a size large?
Yeah. 2. Oh, yes, large.
Large. You only need 2. That's how great this tank top is.
Yeah, you only need 2 skeins. I made it the first time around. I made it out of the Kobasi from Haiku, and that's a 33 of cotton, bamboo, and silk. It's where they get their name, Kobasi. And I made it out of less than 200 grams.
Yeah.
So, like, I still have plenty of yarn.
Left.
And I don't know what to do with it.
I know.
So it's just, might make another one for
yes.
my mom.
Yes, yes.
We'll see.
The other dyer that we did get in for the wool walk, she wasn't here physically, but she sent in, her, like, not her entire collection, but a bunch of her stuff. She has fun colors as well.
So she's somewhere in, I want to say she's like in the Williamstown area. Does that make sense?
I think so. She's real close to us. She's about 40 minutes outside of where we are.
And if you're watching, please correct us.
Yes.
If you're not from where we think you are.
So, like, this is Romanticize. It's so much fun.
Oh gosh, that pink.
Yes. And then this one is Romance and Rodeo.
So
it's so super. It's not my typical color, but I love it.
Oh, it's mine though. Like, well, mine for summer.
Okay.
So like not in the fall.
And I love this one is Denim and Daisies,
yes.
Which is, I'm just piling everything up. But so the Crazy Sock Lady.
Okay.
I was watching her the other day. She took one of Woolen Woman's kits to do a quick knitted shawl, and it was really cool because I think you cast it on with this, and you knit a couple of rows, and then you do a band of your mini. Okay. And then you finish off with the rest of this. And it was so pretty, and I didn't write down what she called it.
It's okay.
But it was a recent, it was a recent episode, and she specifically used Woolen Woman fibers. So I was like, oh, I have that.
And I'm not a dyer, but I love seeing what people name their yarns after. Like Sarah does, all of hers right now have been Beatles songs, but Woolen Woman fibers just reminds me of books.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge bookworm. Like, I will read anything. I'll read biographies. I'm in a fantasy mindset right now. I'm rereading. I know I need to read new things because my TBR is crazy, but I'm rereading Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorns and Roses series, because I've already reread Fourth Wing series multiple times, and I need, Rebecca Yaros, if you're watching, I need you to come up with book 4 like now. No spoilers, it's just great. If you're into dragons and fantasy and magic, you got to read both those authors, Sarah J. Maas and Fourth Wing.
So Sarah J. Maas, I read the first book of that series, and When I read the blurb for the second book, I was kind of like,
But
I don't know if I want to read
The
it.
second book is so much better.
Okay, so I'll try. I'm behind on my books because shop,
yarn shop,
and I'm knitting and crocheting constantly because it's my job.
Yes, knitting is your job.
Yes.
And isn't that great?
That is awesome.
Goals.
But so I reread the first 2 books of
Fourth Wing.
Okay. And I have the third one sitting next to my bed, and yeah.
So I have found
Maybe I'll read it tomorrow.
You could take a day. You need a day.
Whole day off.
I have found that if I read a book for the first time, I'm more likely to be able to listen to the audiobook because even if my mind wanders, I know what happens.
This is true.
So that's why I can reread, I re-listen to a lot because I listen like you, I'm knitting and crocheting, so I'll have that on in the background, or I'm watching TV on in the background.
I cannot do audiobooks. I do podcasts. So like right now, my son got me into, I love Scott Bakula. I watched all of Quantum Leap.
Okay.
Multiple times, and I am a big Star Trek fan, Star Wars, anything fantasy. So I wanted to watch Enterprise when it first came out, but I could never
get into it.
Yeah. I could never get past the first episode.
Really?
So he forced me to watch it with him.
Was this what you were watching last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm watching it now. So when I go home, probably today, I'm going to go home and turn it on and sit down and
knit or crochet.
Yeah, because I've done Supernatural twice.
Which that's next on my list.
Yes, and Legacies and the Vampire Diaries and the originals. I've done all those a couple times.
See, I needed something lighthearted because so many of my books were like just emotional wrecks. So I'm rewatching Psych.
I do love Psych.
And Psych has a podcast. Maggie Lawson, who plays Juliet, and Timothy Omundson. I can never pronounce his name, but he plays Lassiter.
Okay.
They have a podcast where they're going back and they're watching episode by episode.
Oh.
And they're talking about what happens in each episode, and they have guest stars and things like that, and that has become a craze, especially since the pandemic. I know Scott Patterson from Gilmore Girls is doing it, and then I'm a little younger than you, no offense, but I watched Boy Meets World growing up on the Disney Channel.
Yeah.
And Topanga, Eric, and Sean, those are the characters. So Eric Friedel, Sean is, Sean Hunter, what is your name?
Actually, was there a Disney Channel when I was a kid? There was
Ryder Strong is Sean, and then Topanga is, I know her name. She's a huge wrestling fan.
I know who you mean.
Yes, they are the podcast hosts, and they have people on all the time. Like one of the first episodes, the guy who plays Minkus is on, and he's a giant nerd, and it's great. But it's a good time. It's good laughs. So if you're into those 3 shows, so Boy Meets World, Gilmore Girls, and then Psych, they have great podcasts. They actually, for Psych, they say they call themselves psychos.
Oh, I like that.
I like that a lot. So it's fun.
Well, thank you for listening to us.
Yes.
And sharing in all of our lovely adventures over the past week with the Wool Walk. And congratulations to the ladies that won the prizes. So we'll be reaching out to you shortly. Please, do all the things with the subscribes and the...
Yeah, so she is on Facebook and Instagram as String Theory or String Theory 125.
Yes, Instagram is String Theory 125. And then I have 2 Facebook pages because why?
Because Spacey.
Or why not?
Yeah.
One is just String Theory Absecon, and the other one, or that's what you can put in it. Yeah, but it's String Theory, and then the other one is String Theory 125.
And then I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and some of my stuff is on Etsy. I've been doing a lot more custom, so that's not up there right now. But I'm under Snyder's of Crafting, and Snyder's is like the pretzels, because it's my last name. So I just thought it was a fun little play on words. And yeah, you can find us there or come on into the shop anytime.
Come on in. We do have open hours all day Friday starting next week.
Yes, not this week. Not this week. And then starting May 6th, we're going to have new hours. We're going to be open Tuesday through Saturday.
Yes. So that's when the all-day Friday knitting. Come in anytime. Whatever you're working on, doesn't have to be something that you recently bought here. It could be anything you want. and at any time. And then Saturdays from 1 to 3 because we are doing our mystery.
We typically
knits.
do some classes Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
So by the time 1 o'clock rolls around, people are just finishing up their class and want to stay and finish, or we just don't have anything else going on.
We do have the Ravelry class May 10th.
Yes, I forgot about that.
So that's Mary. She's going to come in. She can show us. She even found, during the Wool Walk, she showed me a couple new things she found.
Okay.
She knows the ins and outs of Ravelry like nobody else that I know. So it's a $15 class. You just bring in your tablet, your
or
PC.
computer.
Yeah.
Ravelry unfortunately doesn't have a phone app, but if you do have a smartphone, you can pull it up on like your internet app and still get the experience. It's just going to be a little smaller.
Itty bitty.
Yeah. And for those of us who don't remember the last time they've gone to an eye doctor, that might not be good.
That's not good.
No, not at all.
You need to go.
I know. Yes, Mom.
Okay. But thank you for joining us, and hopefully
Yes.
we'll do this again soon. I don't know.
Oh,
We don't know when.
we'll
We're
figure it out.
Yeah, just figuring it out. We're space cadets, so.
It's all good. Well, we hope that you guys have a good day and follow us and stay tuned for next time.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.